Hello and welcome to Garage Quest. Today we're gonna play a game of Dungeons and Dragons, and we're filming it.
Yeah, so hopefully this works out.
Yeah, so stick around and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Dru Arrow. I'm a huge hippie, and I like to collect herbs and cultivate things, because I'm a druid, and I believe in the equality of all things, good and bad. So, I, do a lot of stuff, and also I can change into animals. That's a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Shump. I'm a half-orc barbarian. I like small animals, but also sometimes I'm prone to violence.
Hi, I'm Roscoe Goodbarrel. I'm a folk hero. I'm also a hobbit. And I'm also a thief. And also frequently drunk.
Hi, I'm Elemenos the Forgotten. I'm a bard, but I identify as a sorcerer. And I really don't give a shit about anything. I just want to make some fucking money and be left alone.
All right, you guys get everything tied up. A small cadre of locals comes to greet you at the gate, and they bring you in to this small but growing city. You notice a lot of scaffolding work. It seems to be mostly populated by medium-sized humanoids, presumably mostly human. You can't help but notice on your way into the city that there was a small shanty town just outside the town gates near a local river. And as you walk through the city gates, the most prominent figure is a giant effigy of a golden unicorn, some kind of a sculpture that's being finished at the moment, and they're still scaffolding up. And the city is abuzz with some kind of a huge festival.
Do you think that I can pay to ride the unicorn?
Yes.
You'll have to talk to the unicorn's owner to find out, yeah.
Will it, move back and forth
we should just
and play music?
Here's a quarter, go find out. Guys, I couldn't help but notice that there was a shanty town just outside of this place. I wonder what they do over there.
You must be saying that to the small group that's approaching you. A very fancily clad person, monocle, top hat. You presume that this is the governor. And two others, a very short, small humanoid, presumably a gnome or a very small halfling, as well as a tall, militant-looking human. The fat one with the top hat and monocle greets you, and he says, "Ah, Mr. Goodbarrel, Dru Arrow, Shump, and Elemenos. Welcome. You are our honored guests here at the festival as we honor our new god." And he turns to the giant effigy of the unicorn that is just right next to you guys.
New god, you guys, a new one, huh?
Yes, the small little one says, "Yes, this we have recently decided that we are following the path of light of the unicorn."
Okay, all right.
My name is Baba Franco, and I am the spiritual leader here.
Clearly.
The governor turns and says, introductions first. I'm so sorry. How rude. I, of course, am the governor, Barry Crown. Lovely to meet you, madam.
Sure. Right on.
How much
Drew?
is it to ride the horsey god?
Shump, you might want to just stay away from the horse. We're very protective of it, and it's a unicorn. And, yeah, it's just, we put a lot of work and money into, gilding the statue.
I don't know, I think this crowd wants to see Shump get on the horsey god.
The crowd immediately goes silent.
Yeah!
Guys, I think they're kind of serious about the unicorn thing.
Baba Franco turns to motion to somebody behind him, and you see a woman come from underneath that tent, carrying a platter of giant flagons of ale, bottles of wine, and small little snifters of whiskey, presumably for Roscoe Goodbarrel. He says, please, my friends, you are our guests here. Please refresh yourself and enjoy the festivities. We will come and fetch you when the ritual will begin, so that you can usher in the era of the unicorn.
I would like to roll Arcana to see if I know anything of unicorn worship prior to now.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I got a 9.
You got a 9. Well,
I feel a little bit foggy about this.
yeah. You can tell by the name of the so-called spiritual leader, Baba Franco, that they're probably practicing some sort of new religion. After all, gods are constantly being born on the alternate planes, and sometimes humans discover these neglected gods and start new cults around them.
As Shump, I would like to roll either an Arcana or a Nature to see if Shump knows what a unicorn is.
Okay.
Good one.
Before you look at this roll, let me just say, I think it's very clear when you yelled out "Big Horsey God" that you don't.
Maybe that's the
That
technical
may
name
go
of his.
I got 10.
You're able to at least be able to piece together that unicorn must be a type of horse you've not seen before.
Yeah, I know all about unicorns. It's a giant golden horse, you guys.
Shump finally grabs the flagon of ale that is right next to him at Roscoe's beckoning and says, "Come on, guys, we're here to enjoy ourselves. These guys are giving us free booze, free food, and a buttload of gold coins just to be here and party with them. This is gonna be awesome. To Dead Dragon Skull Keep."
Yeah!
Dragon Skull Keep in Elemenos Forest.
The Governor, Barry Crown, explains to you that you have about 4 or 5 hours to carouse in this festival before he's going to send an assistant to come get you ready for the ritual.
Well, Shump's going to get real belligerent, I think.
Roscoe's already downed 3 of those snifters of whiskey that they brought him, so you've got kind of a lot to catch up.
Yeah, seeing that, Shump would get competitive and try to, I'm just going to start drinking 2 at a time. Drinking in stereo, as they say.
Cool. Go ahead and roll 100-sided dice, a.k.a. 2 10-sided dice. Everybody.
Good old...
Everybody?
Yeah, we're all carousing.
Well, I have
Edward 40
particular
hands.
carousing to do.
94.
85.
And then you add your level to that. Elemenos, you earn modest winnings from gambling. You recuperate your lifestyle expenses for the time spent carousing and somehow come up 1d20 times 4 gold pieces. How'd you get that gold?
I scoured the area and I sussed out a fat, ugly, wealthy-looking drunk, and I just kept telling him that he forgot to tip me, and waited until he forgot, and then did it again, acted like a bartender.
Wow. Pretty impressive you were able to do that to the mayor himself, or the governor himself.
I did that to the governor?
He's the
Governor
he's the only fat, wealthy man here. Everyone else is actually pretty fit, if not thin. Anyway, Shump and Brian, or Shump and Dru. You guys both make a small fortune. You recuperate your expenses for the time spent carousing and gain 46 times 10 gold pieces. Your carousing becomes the stuff of legend. By the end of this day, you will forever be famous in the town of Antelope City.
Do I get to explain how I did mine?
Yeah.
I would think it would be a series of Shump just betting people that, like people betting that he wouldn't do something, like betting he wouldn't eat things, lick things, climb things, ride certain unicorns. Just an escalating.
Are there a lot of unicorns here?
Just the big giant one.
Yeah, no further comment. Just
Cool.
escalating bets.
Can I also note that when
Factory.
he got up there, no matter where I was in this festival, I looked up at my brother and I went, yeah.
Suddenly, about 5 hours later, just as the governor warned you, his assistant came to collect you and bring you to the statue. A hush falls over the merriment at this festival in Antelope City. And everyone, as Baba Franco takes the small little riser that you four are standing on, everyone sort of kneels as Baba Franco takes the little riser and joins you guys, turns and faces the crowd, turns and faces his guests, the four of you.
Dru is also making like ornate like gestures to like like he's very like ceremonious about like he's done this kind of thing before.
Baba Franco turns to the audience and he says, "Friends and family, thank you so much for joining us in the festival today as we are here to bless and anoint and christen this new effigy to our goddess, the unicorn goddess of light and wisdom and merriment and joy." And
Did you guys catch that it's female?
we've brought
I didn't look or anything.
excuse me, Elemenos, I'm trying to address the crowd. Oh, so we're so full of love, and we're so very much looking forward to the music you're going to play to help bring joy and to please the god.
Say what now?
The music that he's
Yes,
gonna play.
yes, that we hired you to come here and play the music to please the unicorn god and to make our village very happy here.
Hold on just a sec. We're gonna need just 1 second to.
Pardon us for
we're
a
gonna
moment.
Totally prepared, I promise.
Just gotta warm up our
Okay.
instruments.
Baba Franco turns to the crowd and starts appeasing them and keeping them quiet and patient.
Guys, are we supposed to be? Did you know that we're gonna like?
Roscoe is totally. Oh, guys, I forgot. We gotta play a song. They booked the Hex Crystals.
All
Right.
The Hex Crystals is a band we made up while drunk one night. We've only played together once.
Yeah, and this is our first gig. It's gonna go great.
I'm totally down. What instrument should I play and how do I play it?
Here, you can use my lute.
Why do you say it like that?
How else would I say it?
You know how to loot,
Normal?
right?
Yeah.
Usually
We're good at
you
looting.
take stuff off the body, you make sure that the body's actually dead first. You leave the stuff behind that's not valuable.
Oh,
So,
You bury the body somewhere according to its local customs.
Elemenos, maybe you should
here,
tell
be
him.
gentle with this. This is also called a lute. No. Two hands here. Here. There you go.
Yes.
Just brush the pony's hair.
Oh.
There you go.
Nice pony.
Don't hug the pony.
Huh?
We don't need another situation like that.
Roscoe, he's like showing off this cool new accordion. Witherspee's been teaching me how to play his squeeze box. I mean, like how to use his instrument.
Wait, you've been squeezing Witherby's
no.
instrument?
You know what I mean.
Okay, we only have that one song.
Yeah.
The Shump song?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Shump
We
song.
can turn
Me
that into a
song.
whole set.
We wrote a song about you. You don't remember? It was by your request.
In the background, the
I've been
audience
very
starts to
drunk.
very quietly chant, Hex Crystals.
Hex crystals. Hex crystals. Hex crystals. Hex
And
crystals.
Roscoe turns to the audience and goes, "Are you ready for some music?" And he
I
goes,
sigh. I sigh. I pull out my flagon. throw it on the ground, and I say, I guess we're gonna do this. And then I pull out my penny whistle.
All right. The crowd is anxiously awaiting you to begin your set.
Yes.
Shump.
All right,
They were
guys.
a little flat there.
I guess we give it to him, yeah?
Hi, we're the Hex Crystals. Go fuck yourself.
1, 2, 3, 4. Shump sat alone in a buggy marsh, totally barbarian except for his heart. Rage, addiction, a Shump's dilemma. He totally freaked out on the passing chimera. He's Shump, what's in his head? He's Shump, you might be dead. Shump laid guard last in line for praise, and the one he got was so compassionate and insane. Good guy so gentle that birds could land. He's Shump, raging out arousing with the band. He's Shump, what's in his head? He's Shump, you might be dead. Like Shump was so lonely and needed a hug. Shump chopped off some heads and tumbled into love. He's rolling 20s, defeating beats. Shump shot ahead with supersonic speed. He's Shump, what's in his head? He's Shump, you might be dead. Mess with Shump, you're gonna be dead. I think so. Mess with Shump, you're gonna be dead. I think so. Mess with Shump, you're gonna be dead. I think so. Mess with Shump, you're gonna be dead. I think so.
The crowd is just going, ape shit. They're just going wild.
Yeah, how did you even do that? It's like you...
I don't remember.
You notice that Roscoe's totally passed out, fallen off the riser. And you only noticed this because you saw a small figure leaving next to him and scampering off behind this thing. Right? You guys have a passive perception higher than 16?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
what was that
that's exactly
scampering?
16.
Did you guys... There was scampering. What? Over here?
I did hear a scampering.
There was a scamper.
Something scampered?
Yeah.
No one else is really noticing as they're all just so busy giving you accolades, and Baba Franco is just like clapping and just giving kisses out. But you do see that there are two guards posted
He's a Franco.
at the
Yeah.
you do see two guards posted at the gate that might be able to help intercept this person as he runs by.
I don't know why. I don't know why Shump does this, because he's never seen anyone do this before. But Shump is going to run towards the crowd, leap, spread his arms wide,
Shump,
and
no!
just trust that the crowd will catch him.
And the crowd, who's absolutely deadlocked on all of you on stage, totally grabs in and crowd surfs him all over this small festival.
Look, this is fun.
Dru seizes the opportunity and is like, yeah, grab that scampering guy, guards. We totally need him on stage right now.
Let's see if the guards noticed what you were saying. The guards are a little bit confused because it seems like you're responding to Shump jumping off stage.
Oh no.
But I like your 80s movie tactic.
Right?
Yeah. I follow suit and jump into the crowd towards the guy who's scampering and hope that
He was scampered the opposite direction of the crowd. Okay.
So I jump onto the crowd and I point this direction, hoping they'll move me across this direction, across the crowd more quickly than I would move by foot.
Okay. At this point...
But I do it on my feet like fucking Iggy Pop.
Okay. Okay.
It's fucking intense.
Well, Elemenos attempts to stand surf in the crowd and guide them. Roll a dexterity check.
I will. I rolled a 2.
Which was the... Unfortunately, Elemenos, you are unable to do the Iggy Pop stand surf.
With a 2?
With a 2.
I'm just gonna run after the scampering guy.
Cool. So the only...
Mr. Direct.
So at this point... Dru...
Mr. Direct over here.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna try this crowd surf my way after the bad guy. I'm just gonna run.
Yeah.
You got no
I'm
style.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
This is what I say to you.
With Elemenos and Shump crowd surfing, and Dru deciding to just go ahead and try to chase after this mystery person scampering away from Roscoe's passed out body, everyone is suddenly and very severely jarred from the merriment of the festival as a huge explosion happens in the scaffolding behind the unicorn.
Rock and roll, man!
Yeah.
Literally, as the smoke settles, you see that the explosion took out the scaffolding, the beer garden tent, the statue, and even the section of the city wall collapsed.
I go, Roscoe! And Dru.
The crowd
I'm
is
fine.
mostly silent except for the occasional horrific scream of a mother looking for her child. But you do hear Roscoe, who apparently is somewhere underneath the rubble of the statue and the scaffolding. Dru, roll initiative. Hold on one second.
16.
16. You are still intensely focused on pursuing this small person that you saw scampering away from Roscoe's body.
Yeah.
And you're the only one not totally caught up in the commotion of the aftermath of the explosion, which is where Shump and Elemenos currently are. They're currently trapped in the middle of a big crowd. They know that somewhere Roscoe is underneath the statue. The town guard seems to mostly be mobilizing to just kind of defend the city and are on high alert, while the small group of Baba Franco's special guard has surrounded him to protect him from any follow-up attacks. And Dru, you are about 10 feet behind the small humanoid that's running away from the city, and he's running towards the shanty town near the riverside outside of city. And it is as you see.
Okay, so real quick, can I get like a perception check on? Can I see that other person?
Yeah, there's just another guy standing outside of this one's like a tent dwelling floating on the river.
So it's my turn, or?
It's your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna call out, "Hey, stop right there, or I'll shoot." "Hey, grab that guy," and then to the other guy, "Hey, grab that guy," and then I'm gonna ready an action that if he doesn't stop, I'm gonna shoot my crossbow at him.
Okay, and the villager guy by the tent thing is just kind of like awestruck, and he's like, "Me?" But he's like also kind of distracted by the explosion that just happened and kind of dumbfounded, and does nothing. And this guy, it does indeed dash
Ready action?
into the buildings, which does trigger your ready action, and you do have the ability to get off a shot before he vanishes into the...
Twang!
What'd you roll? A 1. Critical miss. You
But
bruise.
yeah, it is a critical miss.
You somehow like hurt your finger in
Yeah.
misfiring the thing, and you're smarts. And the dart just soars somewhere you don't even know where it is. You're too distracted by the pain of your thumb getting caught in the mechanism somehow. But he does appear to the small person does seem to disappear into the shanty village that's kind of floating or on stilts in the river there.
I would like to... I'm going to run up and call Roscoe's name. I'm listening to hear where under this rubble my friend is. I'm like a faithful police dog. I'm just going to
All right.
try to rescue him.
Shump makes his way through the crowd, and after some searching and calling out, is able to find Roscoe's body underneath the... We're not in turn-based.
Oh, okay.
Unconscious, slightly conscious, definitely trapped under this big statue.
Am I able to... I'll try to pull him out.
People have followed you, and it does take some work, but you are eventually able to free Roscoe from the rubble.
Don't even check for spinal injuries.
Okay. The crowd all begins to kind of get more agitated as it seems like there's not going to be any more attacks or anything, and people are kind of moving from a state of shock and confusion into a state of anger and panic as they're struggling to find out what's going on. The governor, Barry Crown, he stands up to address the crowd. Quiet! Quiet and calm! All of you, calm! Is it not clear what has happened? But the heathens that choose not to follow the light, that live outside the city, have chosen to destroy our effigy in their hatred for our good and pure way of life. And the people start to murmur amongst themselves, yeah, I think he's right. I think he's right. Yeah, it's got to be them. It's got to be them. The sentiment of the crowd begins to solidify. I say we protect the women and children by securing them indoors, and all able-bodied men meet back here, fully equipped to go finally rid our fair city of this trash that thinks that they don't have to toe the line and help out with the community. And they could just live off of our garbage right outside the city.
If I could interject here, I don't mean to sound rude. So if this comes off a little aggro, I'm sorry.
This is gonna go well, and I can see it.
But you're sounding a little culty, and that's kind of a red flag for me. So you might want to roll it back a little.
Baba Franco slowly walks up. Elemenos, I see your concern, but we are peaceful people, and we are being persecuted by these angry people filled with hate for our way of life. Okay. They've just destroyed our God, the physical representation of the light on this planet.
Holding up Roscoe's unconscious body, I say, please, has anyone invented CPR?
Shump, Elemenos, Dru, do you not see that our enemy is your enemy?
I'm doing
your
something
friend. That's right.
Can
Where is Dru?
Listen, hold that thought. I'm going to run over to Shump and Roscoe. I'm going to cast my healing word on them, which I think is 1d4.
What is the word that you use to heal, by the way?
Oh, it's Balderdash.
Got it.
It's
the governor,
3.
Governor Crown, addresses the crowd again. Yes, these were our guests and our friends, and they entertained us well, but they know not of the politics of this region, and they are neither friend nor foe. Please ignore them. We must rally in defense of our city here, of our way of life.
Hey, I'm back. Again, slightly culty. Don't mean to come off rude, but if you maybe would hold off on like rallying the troops and, you know, rousing the rebels for a second, we could try some diplomacy. Let me and my buddies go to Shantytown over there and check things out. When the boys are back in town, then you know, then we can talk and see if you guys still wanna raise an army. But let's just tone it down a scotch.
Hearing that, Shump's gonna mentally file away, like, to write a song with the hook, "The boys are back in town." But he's not gonna say anything because he at least recognizes that it's the wrong time.
Well, we're a famous band now, so you should be like always in the back of your mind that creative.
Yeah, it's just like,
pot should be steaming.
Yeah, I can use that.
Yeah.
But now's not the time.
Okay.
The governor interrupts Elemenos' plea for calm and caution, addressing the rest of the audience. No! We must think of the children and the women and the future of our way of life.
I grab him by the neck and I pull him in close to me so I can smell his breath. What does his breath smell like?
Carrots.
Carrots. I say,
whiskey.
My God, you smell like carrots. I love carrots.
His face is red with anger and mild embarrassment.
And I say, I'm sorry.
And sexual frustration.
I can see that. And I take note of it for later. And then I turn to the camera and I go, wink.
It's at this point.
And then I say to him, listen, you are starting a war. You need to turn it down. And let me say that in this light, your eyes are gorgeous. And then I guess I lean in for a kiss.
And you're denied.
Okay.
So, but meanwhile, Dru is relentlessly pursuing this guy. I wanted to talk to this guy and be like, hey, that short little dude that you just saw, like, he ran, and I said, get him, and you're like, what, me? And I was like, yeah, you, and you just, like, let him go.
So as you come to confront him, he actually retreats into the tent, but outstep a whole group of kind of shabbily dressed, but kind of formidably armed people. Okay,
that was
so
cool.
Can you just use the CG of that dancing baby? I can't stop this feeling.
Is that the song again?
Yeah. Ooga chaka, ooga ooga.
Oh, fuck, that dancing baby was awful.